And speaking of support, ever buy a pair of heels because they're comfortable in store only to find out they are not comfortable at all when you wear them? Osteopath and shoe designer Dr. Liza is going to help us pick the perfect pair of heels.
Yes. So when it comes to our footwear, and not even just heels, all shoes, the stability of a shoe is key to how it's going to feel and help your body function long term. Because the problem is when a shoe is not unstable, so when we say unstable, we mean it's wobbly, it bends easily, it doesn't feel like you're stable in the shoe. It means that your muscles have to work a lot harder to keep you in certain positions, so to walk, to run, to do all those things. And that means those muscles are going to tighten up, which can cause strain, and that can also put more load on your weight-bearing joints, like in your feet, your ankles, your hips, and your back. So when it comes to stability, for me, especially in our modern day society where we're walking on concrete most of the time, stability is key.
And so stability is the simple act of you see a pair of shoes, just tap it on the side.
There's actually a thrifty shopper who years ago developed this test called the shoe rock test, because she's like, you know, she's very thrifty and very conservative. So she's like, when I buy heels, I want to make sure that I can wear these heels and be comfortable, not just comfortable in the store, but comfortable later on. So she found if she could tap the shoe in the store and that shoe would fall over, then it likely wasn't stable. And while it might feel comfortable then, you know, wearing it after a couple of hours or days, her feet would be killing her. So one of the ways,
do you have a pair of heels here that we could knock over?
Yes. So like these shoes here, right? They look like they're conservative.
They look
stable. And they're stable. So you're like, oh, these will be comfortable. I can wear these forever. And when you put them on in the store, they'd be like, yes, they're so comfortable. But now, if we go and we just do this little rock test, do you see how, like, it didn't take much. Like, I'm literally using the lightest. Here, do it with yours, just so you can see how easily they fall over. So they're not, these would not be stable. So oftentimes as shoes, we think, okay, these have a pencil thin stiletto heel. We know that these are just going to knock right over, but you don't get it with these shoes. So I also brought in Dr. Liza's shoes, which are actually orthopedic heels, because one of the tests that I do when I design my heels is actually this rock test. So not only do we walk in them, run in them, jump in them, we also check to make sure they're stable. And that's one of the keys.
So do you have somebody then just going over in your showroom going,
you know what? That's me. I do that. So I do the steel, and I actually run in them, jump in them, squat in them. It's like a full thing to make sure that they do what they say. And that way you can knock them. They might shift over, but they're not going to fall over because they are stable. So that's the key. But like with these ones, if you knock them, you know that they're going to fall over. So that's the test that you do with heels. Now, when it comes to other shoes, whether it's runners or flats, those can feel very comfortable too, right? But do they offer stability? So one way to check if they're stable is actually just to treat them like a towel, and if you can easily twist them
or ring it.
So that's the ring. It's actually called the ring test. So if you can actually twist them or fold them in half, that's a sign that they're not stable. So you'll be wearing them all day and be like, oh my gosh, these shoes are so comfortable, and before you know it, you're in my clinic with foot pain, back pain, knee pain, wondering what went wrong.
And you think of so many shoes, like they have those ballet flats that are sold fold up like that because they're going to be so comfortable if you have to slip out of heels. So that's not stable.
No, they're not stable, and that is a common reason why people end up in my office. So the dangerous flats, the stiletto heels, but also the deceptively chunky heels that aren't stable.
All right, we will get the link up to your website because that's where you buy the shoes, right?
Yes, drlizashoes.com.
Okay, we'll get all those links up on our website, chch.com/morninglive. We're gonna try and knock over shoes.
Try and knock over Dr. Liza's shoes. You can't.
You can't.
They're unknockable.
Unknockable. You can see all kinds of people now going to shoe stores trying to knock over shoes.